rolling through the sand like a thought in disguise. The scarab spins truth where the cosmos collide. Energy whispers, it never says goodbye. The Beatles crawl, the Beatles rise.
Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
Sort of burst the chaos, yet the chaos rise. My name Beatles, 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 over and over. Spinning the world in the grip of their shoulders. Beatles, 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 under and over. Rolling through time till the blackness is sober. The heat fades lower, the order begins. The stillness so perfect, it hums from within. The void sings softly, entropy takes a bow. In the shadow of silence, the scarab knows how. The second law is dancing, feeding life through decay. The third law holds the promise that the stillness will stay. Beatles, Beatles, under and over. Rolling through time till the blackness is sober.
Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
Oh, oh, oh. Soul loop spinning, drums militant marching, eyes wide open, God's light sparking, melanin. Oh, oh, oh. Soul loop spinning, drums militant marching, eyes wide open, God's light sparking. Melanin magic, turning light to vision. Options dance, it's a God-given mission. Biology whispers in quantum codes. DNA scrolls where the universe explodes. Vitamin D fights blood pressure schemes. Sunlight sermons and ultraviolet beams. God's voice echoes in the nucleus core. Life's blueprint written, can't ignore. Lifeless thing, let me tell you, Christ is King. Lord, Christ is King. Quantum entanglement, atoms and prayer. Distance irrelevant, God's always there. Flesh and spirit, dual layer design. Infinity folded in the fabric of time. Blood runs rivers, His sacrifice flows. Through our veins, His divinity grows. God's voice echoes in the nucleus core. Life's blueprint written, can't ignore.
Boots on a true source, red like a Rudolph. Rip, rip, rip red like a Rudolph. Boots on the true source, red like a Rudolph. Red like a Rudolph. Jingle rail, jingle all the way. Protein you can take, make that shake, do that way. Fish your fate, lock it in. This ain't grind, not pretend. We wish you were Mary with. We wish you were Mary spin. Stop there at beloved. Pockets talking budget. What? We nothing to budget. What? We nothing to bitch. What? Wow. On grass we slide, on grass we ride it. Different you dear, Mr. Wu, see a play king, vegan green skin. Red like a Rudolph. Red like a Rudolph. Boots on the true source. Red like a Rudolph. Red like a Rudolph.
Pages in a pot, stacked like bricks. Books on books. Now watch this flip.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Brain on fire out the cage. It's that vegan rage on the main stage. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Too much game in a mortal frame. Can't go back, you gon' know my name. Too much game in a mortal frame. Can't go back, you gon' know my name. 200 books, 200 tapes, 200 albums, we bent those shapes. Now we about to tackle all the screens. TV, movie, flip the whole scene. How come entertainment? Where your brain went? When you lost it, I found it. That's payment. Now it's surrounded, got it, crowned it. Motor pure light circle all around it. You was scrolling, I was studying. You was trolling, I was bowling. On site, you right, we slide. On God, he red, then we ride outside. Flipping pages, we grit. Resurrecting minds, lift them up with me. When we spinning our own shows, own films, our own heroes. Vegan reading, clean blood streaming, green blood bleeding, new light beaming, rewrite scripts, new type scheming, black ink, bright mind, whole squad dreaming. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Too much game in the mortal frame. Can't go back, you gon' know my name. Crowd gon' chant when the mind wake up. Hands in the sky when the truth shake up. From the page to the frame, that's a life upgrade. From the hood to the glow, that's a mind campaign.
I love Dr. Enqi.
I work for God and the natural rule. It's my office, this my proof. Long Enqi, reverse cancer, diabetes, high pressure, whole world out the news. Short. We save lives writing books and doing YouTube lectures. Whole crib turned to a school. Long. I wrote more books than your doctor ever read. Bookshelf heavier than the moon. Sure. Send kids to college off the words that I said. Pay tuition with the truth. Long. Sacrifice parties, sexual offers. Wrote 200 books and made my children authors. That's the move. Sure. Started on that C3 floor, low rumble in my chest, cold ties, no budget. Long. Who study side effects when they sidestep the subject? Short. Hospitals, when I hit events, speaking tongues, late night spirits in the ductwork. Long. They sell cures and installments, lots of paragraphs that make blood cells do full work. Short. Whole world reading page 10, IV drips, clapping, when lines at the root. Long. I see mama tray sleep for a half-long prayer chair, bed, vending machine supper. Long. Doctors rush rounds, glance charts, barely glance the mother. Short. I drive verses in the lobby, quiet storm in the pamphlet, saying baptized the clutter. Long. Front desk whisper, who printed these soul samples, hum from the gutter. Sure. Every margin turn altar, every comma turn scalpel. Yeah, the font cut sharper than the stutter. Long. They ask who cleared you to talk like it. Long. I say the scars on a letter. Long. Every symptom that I flip to a scripture, put a halo on a stretcher. I work for God and the natural. This my ship, this my route. Enqi, reverse cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, whole Clary Road. Hey. Yeah.
Hello, Dr. Enqi.
Get money, get rich. Today is the only day. Get money, get rich. Today is the only day. Health is wealth, herbs, bitters, moss. Get money, get rich. Get. Oh. Enqi giving sight to the blind, realignment. Healing the sick, it's time and divine assignment. I wrote more books than your doctor ever read it. Send kids to college off the words that I've said. Sacrifice parties, turn down sexual offers. 200 books made my children authors. Spread my legacy in pages. Left the club stages. Wisdom caged in paper. Freedom's wages. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Health is wealth, herbs, bitters, moss. Get money, get rich. Oh, every seed I plant, a tree that bears fruit. Truth in my roots, proof in a pursuit. God gave me the pen, I turn ink into bread. Wrote scriptures on hustles, every page was fed. Prayers in the morning, prophets by the night. Never took shortcuts, the long road's my light. Blessed the path, while the greedy chase the fast. I stack health, not a wealth gonna last. Bitters cleanse my soul, moss keep me strong. Herbs in my tea keep me moving along. Sacrifice the flesh, multiply the spirit. The word is the bread. The faithful gon' hear it. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Health is wealth, herbs, bitters, moss. Get money, get rich. Get on.
Yeah. Close your eye when you play. Oh, when you play. Pray as 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 you play. The most high, the most talented. Balance it. Some people can't feel music. Dead ears, dead heart, dead panics hit. Some people can't dream at night. Black screen, blank scene, static mind. Some people see in their head like a movie. What that mean when the rewind? How they gon' see God if they only see green on the glass screen? How they gon' feel him if they numb off like a flat beam? They can't conceive spirit, all flesh, all flex, all gimmick. Nasty working, they sold that raw. Herbs in a jar can't fix, heaters can't detox demons. They sleep in the filth, they breathing. They from rotten semen, cursed seed, whole family fiending. What if ain't the car, the chain, that's a toy, that's a trap, that's bait. What if it's ethereal, fresh air, clean water, and food on the plate? Pray as you play, 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 pray as you play. Hands on the keys, better watch that soul. Eyes on the screen, but you lost that scroll. Heart on the beat, let the pulse turn gold. Name in the book, that's the real bankroll. Pray as you play, pray as you play, pray as you play, pray as you play. play, press you 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 play. Yeah, pages in the pot, stacked like bricks, books on books. Now watch this flip. Are you not entertained? What? Are you not entertained? Talk to me. Brain on fire, out the cage. It's that vegan rage on the main stage. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Too much game in the motor frame. Can't go back. You gon' know my name. 200 books, 200 tape, 200 albums. We been no shapes. Now we about to tackle all the screen. TV, movie, flip the whole scene. How come entertainment? Where your brain went? When you lost it, I found it. That's pavement. Now I was surrounded, guarded, grinded. All the pure light, circle all around it. You was scrolling, I was studying. You was trolling, I was bubbling. On side, you right, we slide. Deep red, and we ride outside. Flipping pages, we grifting, resurrecting minds. Lift them up with me, winning. We spinning our own shows, own films, our own heroes. Vegan read, clean bloodstream, green blood bleed, new life beam, rewrite scripts, new type scheme, black ink bright, my whole squad dreaming. Are you not in trouble? Are you not? Are you not? I'm gon' chant when the mind wake up. Hands in the sky when the truth shake up. From the page to the frame, that's a life upgrade. From the hood to the globe, that's a mind campaign. I'm gon' chant when the mind wake up. Hands in the sky when the truth shake up. From the page to the frame, that's a life upgrade. From the hood to the globe, that's a mind campaign.
Hello, Dr. Enqi.
Get money, get rich. Today is the only day. Get money, get rich. Today is the only day. Health is wealth, herbs, bitters, moss. Get money, get rich. Yeah. Oh. Enqi giving sight to the blind, realignment. Healing the sick, it's time and divine assignment. I wrote more books than your doctor ever read it. Sent kids to college off the words that I said. Sacrifice parties, turn down sexual offers. 200 books made my children authors. Spread my legacy in pages. Left the club stages. Wisdom caged in paper. Freedom's wages. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Health is wealth, herbs, bitters, moss. Get money, get rich. Oh, every seed I plant, a tree that bears fruit. Truth in my roots, proof in a pursuit. God gave me the pen, I turn ink into bread. Wrote scriptures on hustles, every page was fed. Prayers in the morning, prophets by the night. Never took shortcuts, the long road's my light. Blessed the path while the greedy chase the fast. I stack health, not a wealth gonna last. Bitters cleanse my soul, moss keep me strong. Herbs in my tea keep me moving along. Sacrifice the flesh, multiply the spirit. The word is the bread, the faithful gon' hear it. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Health is wealth, herbs, bitters, moss. Get money, get rich. Get home.
Hello, Dr. Enqi.
Get money, man, get rich. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Yeah, get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Health is well. Bitter smalls, get money, yes. Get money, get rich. Yeah. Enqi giving sight to the blind, realignment. Healing the sick, it's time and divine assignment. I wrote more books than your doctor ever read. Sent kids to college off the words that I said. Sacrifice parties, turn down sexual offers. 200 books made my children authors. Scribe my legacy in pages. Left the club stages. Wisdom case in paper. Freedom's wages. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Health is wealth. Bitter smalls, get this most. Get money, get rich. Every seed I plant, a tree that bears fruit. Truth in my roots, proof in a pursuit. God gave me the pen, I turned ink into bread. Wrote scriptures on hustles, every page was fed. Prayers in the morning, prophets by the night. Never took shortcuts, the long road's my life. Bless the path while the greedy chase the fast. I stack health, now the wealth gonna last. Bitters cleanse my soul, moss keep me strong. Herbs in my tea keep me moving along. Sacrifice the flesh, multiply the spirit. The word is the bread, the faithful gon' hear it. Yeah. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Hope is a holy day. Little of us, get rich, the most. Get money, get rich. Yeah, da 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 da. Rolling through the sand like a thought in disguise. The scarab spins truth where the cosmos collide. Energy whispers, it never says goodbye. The Beatles crawl, the Beatles rise.
Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
Sort of burst the chaos, yet the chaos rise. My name Beatles, 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 over and over. Spinning the world in the grip of their shoulders. Beatles, 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 under and over. Rolling through time till the blackness is sober. The heat fades lower, the order begins. The stillness so perfect, it hums from within. The void sings softly, entropy takes a bow. In the shadow of silence, the scarab knows how. The second law is dancing, feeding life through decay. The third law holds the promise that the stillness will stay. Rolling through time till the blackness is sober.
Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
Hello, Dr. Enqi.
I work for God in the natural. Enqi reverse cancer, flare pressure too. Diabetes defeated, watch what I do. We save lives, books and YouTube clue. Ooh, wrote more books than your doc ever read. Ooh, send kids to college, words in the head. Ooh, sacrifice nights, no party, no bed. Ooh, turn down offers, let the spirit be fed. 2 and books deep, my children were bred. All this by bloodline, legacy spread. I work for God in the natural. Enqi reverse cancer, flip pressure too. Diabetes defeated, watch what I do. We save lives, books and YouTube clues. Piano keys hum while the soul samples cry. Toronto nights cold, but my purpose stays high. Lessons in the lectures, truth never dry. Healing through the words, no farmer to buy. To the temple front page, no bricks, no lie. God's plan on my tongue, let the verses fly. Manuscripts, stack, towers of my grind. Knowledge eternal, no clock to unwind. Netherworld whispers, wisdom refined. Ancestors watching, they gave me the sign. I work for God and the natural. Enqi reverse cancer, flip pressure too. Diabetes defeated, watch what I do. We save lives, books and YouTube clue. Unless you know she want it, but she to me. Electrify that fat, get that stack, yeah, run that back. Electrify that fat, get that stack, yeah, run that back. Detox kits, we got hits, movies and shows, out of them skits. We the hash and we the grits, stack them books, page flips, vegan mind, green books, big screen, big stream. Look, the kid me, they counted me out. Now I'm on route. Now we up, what they gon' dial? Sleeping giant, told them boys don't try. Don't crash my heart wide. If you alive, how you tired? Let's get it committed. Hit it, we living. Came from the bottom, now top floor chillin'. Faith in my chest, ice in my grill. Pray over plays and double the deals. Electrify that fat, get that stack, yeah. Run that back. Electrify that fat, get that stack, yeah. Run that back.
Feliz Navidad, feliz año nuevo, feliz Navidad, feliz año nuevo. Yeah. Bring it back again. Some of us was enemies, some of us was friends, some of us worked, some of us spent. Either way, we got another chance to get it in. Get it in, get it in, get it in, get it in. Get it. We got another chance to get it in. Lean low up, read the books, work smarter, not harder, but you gotta get smarter to start working harder. Numbers on the plug and get a kingpin. Hit the link, do your thing, then.
We cooking green, cause we need to get go. We ain't green, get green. We cooking green, cause we need to get go. We ain't green, looking green. Big plate, big dream, I clean. Fuck up, then the funds lean. The black is green. So get money, get healthy. But get books dummy. Game from me, come well from me. Don't come around me. Listen how you sound me. I want smart people around me. Your ignorance can drown me. I'm in the wave, swimming, getting, living, listen, surfing, working. This my purpose, deep diving. You on the surface, barely lurking. We cooking green, cause we need to get gold. We ain't green, looking green. Big plate, big dream, I clean. Fuck up, then the funds lean. Pages in a pot, stack like bricks. Books on books. Now watch this flip. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Brain on fire out the cage. It's that vegan rage on the main stage. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Too much game in a mortal frame. Can't go back, you gon' know my name. Too much game in a mortal frame. Can't go back, you gon' know my name. 200 books, 200 tapes, 200 albums, we bent those shapes. Now we about to tackle all the screens. TV, movie, flip the whole scene. How come entertainment? Where your brain went? When you lost it, I found it. That's payment. Now we're surrounded, guarded, crowned. Motor pure light circle all around it. You was scrolling, I was studying. You was trolling, I was ballin'. On site, you right, we slide. On God, D-red, then we ride outside. Flipping pages, we grit, resurrecting minds, lift them up for me. When we spinning our own shows, own films, our own heroes. League reading, clean blood streaming, green blood bleeding, new light beaming, rewrite scripts, new type scheming, black ink, bright mind, whole squad dreaming. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Too much game in the mortal frame. Can't go back, you gon' know my name. Crowd gon' chant when the mind wake up. Hands in the sky when the truth shake up. From the page to the frame, that's a life upgrade. From the hood to the globe, that's a mind campaign.
I love you, Dr. Enqi.
I work for God and the natural rule. This my office, this my long. Enqi, reverse cancer, diabetes, high pressure, whole world out the news. Short. We save lives writing books and doing YouTube lectures. Whole crib turned to a school. Long. I wrote more books than your doctor ever read. Bookshelf heavier than the moon. Sure. Send kids to college off the words that I said. Pay tuition with the truth. Long. Sacrifice parties, sexual offers. Wrote 200 books and made my children authors. That's the move. Sure. Started on that C3 floor, low rumble in my chest, cold ties, no budget. Long. Who study side effects when they sidestep the subject? Short. Hospitals, when I hit events, speaking tongues, late night spirits in the duck word. Long. They sell cures in installments. I saw paragraphs that make blood cells do full work. Short. Whole war reading page 10, IV drips, clapping, when lines hit the root. Long. I see mama trade sleep for a half-long prayer chair, bed, vending machine supper. Long. Doctors rush rounds, glance charts, barely glance the mother. Short. I drive verses in the lobby, quiet storm in the pamphlet, baptized the clutter. Long front desk whisper, who printed these soul samples, hung from the gutter. Sure, every margin turn altar, every comma turn scalpel. Yeah, the font cut sharper than the stutter. Long. They ask who cleared you to talk like this. Long. I say the scars on a letter. Long. Every symptom that I flip to a scripture, put a halo on a stretcher. I work for God and the natural. This my shift, this my route. Enqi, reverse cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, whole clan reroll. Hey. Yeah. In the beginning was the way was God, the way was God, the way was hard. Every step a symphony, timelines infinity, the way we raise injury, I'm the divine epiphany.
Hello, Dr. Enqi. Dr. Enqi. Hello, Dr. Enqi.
Yeah. American Healer. Talk to him. Hey, and I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Hormone jump, blood flow rush, brain work sharp, they still cut hush. Muscle strength up, whole frame turn savage, sex magic in the cut, big fertility package. Heart disease back down, we block no plots, fibroid shrink, cancer rate drop, memory locked in cognition on 10, we healing in the world they play. Amen. Pure knowledge in the vein, this a new aesthetic, flip food and medicine, bioenergetic. In the beginning was the way was God, the way was God, the way was hard. Every step a symphony, timelines infinity, the way we raise injury, I'm the divine epiphany.
Hello, Dr. Enqi. Dr. Enqi. Hello, Dr. Enqi.
Yeah. American Healer. Talk to him. Hey, and I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Hormone jump, blood flow rush, brain work sharp, they still cut hush. Muscle strength up, whole frame turn savage, sex magic in the cut, big fertility package. Heart disease back down, we block no plots, fibroid shrink, cancer rate drop, memory locked in cognition on 10, we healing in the world they play. Amen. Pure knowledge in the vein, this a new aesthetic, flip food and medicine, bioenergetic. Plan genetics, said it 3 times, let it say it. Plan genetics, hit the source, that's the real weapon. Get the book in your cart, that's a mission. Amazon move quick, instant transmission. I'm a mason in the lab, blueprint in the kitchen. Anabolic hormone help stay up, stay driven. Get the D in your day, keep your bones all sturdy. Get the blue magic in your body, glow skin purdy. Eat American Healer menu, every bite new sermon, fork to the face, that's a lifestyle learning. Anabolic, not for profit, I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Anabolic, not for profit, I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Soil to the self, transformation from the plate to the brain, recalibration from the word to the world, revelation, playing cold in a blood, whole nation.
Share the video, hit the like, subscribe, Cash App, Super Chat, AmericanHealer.website, Amazon. Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
I love Dr. Enqi.
Enqi turning pages gave sight to the blind, healing the sick, remedies that realign. Health is wealth, bitters, moss in the grind. Herbs from the earth, ancient roots intertwined. I wrote more books than your doc ever read. Sent kids to college off the words that I said. Wisdom flowing, no damn, let it spread. Sacrifice the parties the sheets never met. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy game. Get money, get rich. Blessings in every way. Get money, get money, get rich. Today is a holy game. Sacrifice desires, didn't play with a flame. Wrote 200 books, made my children authors by name. Rejected quick thrills, stay true to the aim. Built a legacy strong, no one plays with a frame. Herbs in a pot, let it simmer and steep. Health in the body and the mind runs deep. Bitters cleanse the soul, no secrets to keep. While the world chases fast, I move slow. Get money, get money, get money. Today is a holy game. Get money, get rich. Blessings in every way. Get money, get rich.
Yo. Yeah, feliz Navidad. Feliz Año Nuevo. We got another chance to get it in. Get it in, get it in, get it in. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Año Nuevo. Whoa. We got another chance to get it in. Get it in, get it in, get it in. Bring it back again. Some of us was enemies, some of us was friends. Some work, some was spent. Either way, we got another chance to get it in. Out of that mud, out of that jam, whole crew locked in. We don't move for the ground. Live up, read the books, let it soak in. Numbers on my mind while the snow's still thin. Work smarter, not harder, that's facts. But you gotta get smarter to start breaking your back. Numbers on the plug, boxes in the den. Enqi the kingpin, blueprint with the pen. Hit the link, do your thing then. Turn the side hustle to a real win. New year, new bag, that's the plan. But the grind same way, I'ma stand where I stand. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Año Nuevo. We got another chance to get it in. Get it in, get it in, get it in. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Año Nuevo. We got another chance to get it in. Get it in, get it in, get it in. Cold night, porch light, truck at the gate. Labels on the floor, pack the pain, shipped away. Cousin on the line, talking bro, what's next? Told him read one page, then we talk about checks. Family in the kitchen, rice on the stove. Vision on 100 while the year's still cold. Some of it lost, some of it blend. I'ma flip both sides, make it all a sin. Police on my mind, but I'm counting these flows. Every bar cold like a brick of these goals. Hit the link, do your thing, let it spin. Don't watch them, let it start from within. Calendar flip, but the clock don't stop. Same four corners trying to push to the top. If you breathing, you can still double in. We got another chance. Get it in. Pages in a pot, stacked like bricks. Books on books, Watch this flip. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Brain on fire out the cage. This that vegan rage on the main stage. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Too much game in a mortal frame. Can't go back, you gon' know my name. Too much game in a mortal frame. Can't go back, you gon' know my name. 200 books, 200 tapes, 200 albums, we bent those shapes. Now we about to tackle all the screens. TV, movie, flip the whole scene. How come entertainment? Where your brain went? When you lost it, I found it. That's payment. Now we're surrounded, guarded, crowned. Motor pure light circle all around it. You was scrolling, I was studying. You was trolling, I was ballin'. On site, you right, we slide. On God, he red, then we ride outside. Flipping pages, we grit. Resurrecting minds, lift them up for me. When we spinning our own shows, own films, our own heroes. Vegan reading, clean blood streaming, green blood bleeding, new light beaming, rewrite scripts, new type scheming, black ink, bright mind, whole squad dreaming. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Too much game in the mortal frame. Can't go back, you gon' know my name. Go. Crowd gon' chant when the mind wake up. Hands in the sky when the truth shake up. From the page to the frame, that's a life upgrade. From the hood to the glow, that's a mind campaign.
Glory in the way, glory in the power. Born without a father, bound by a gentle Lord. From node to node, the story flows. A love that learned to slow every beat of Christmas night. When the first spark says go, Christ as the living signal, order out of quiet air, rhythm rising out of stillness, hidden pulse already there. This is the virgin birth, pattern pulled from empty hands. Not a body made of muscle, but a cadence, not command. No nerve tells the heart to answer, yet the center starts to glow. The first wave across the chamber whispers, breathe, expand and grow. God's gift in a tiny flicker, soft surge on a fragile skin, little lantern in the darkness, calling everything to begin. That electrical confession is a word you use to start, coding galaxies of meaning in the chambers of our heart. So I trust a quiet signal when I don't know where to go. You were humming in the stillness long before I saw the glow.
I love Dr. Enqi.
Get money, get rich. Today is the only day. Get money, get rich. Today is the only day. Health is wealth, herbs, bitters, moss. Get money, get rich. Yeah. Oh. Enqi giving sight to the blind, realignment. Healing the sick is time and divine assignment. I wrote more books than your doctor ever read it. Sent kids to college off the words that I've said. Sacrifice parties, turn down sexual offers. 200 books made my children authors. Spread my legacy in pages. Left the club stages. Wisdom caged in paper. Freedom's wages. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Health is wealth, herbs, bitters, moss. Get money, get rich. Oh, every seed I plant, a tree that bears fruit. Truth in my roots, proof in a pursuit. God gave me the pen, I turn ink into bread. Wrote scriptures on hustles, every page was fed. Prayers in the morning, prophets by the night. Never took shortcuts, the long road's my light. Blessed the path while the greedy chase the fast. I stack health, not a wealth gonna last. Bitters cleanse my soul, moss keep me strong. Herbs in my tea keep me moving along. Sacrifice the flesh, multiply the spirit. The word is the bread, the faithful gon' hear me. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Health is wealth, herbs, bitters, moss. Get money, get rich. Get home.
Hello, Dr. Enqi.
Enqi turning pages gave sight to the blind. Healing the sick, remedies that realign. Health is wealth, bitters, moss in the grind. Herbs from the earth, ancient roots intertwined. I wrote more books than your doc ever read. Sent kids to college off the words that I said. Wisdom flowing, no damn, let it spread. Sacrifice the parties, the sheets never met. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Get money, get rich. Blessings in every way. Get money, get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Sacrifice desires, didn't play with a flame. Wrote 200 books, made my children authors by name. Rejected quick thrills, stay true to the aim. Built a legacy strong, no one plays with a frame. Herbs in a pot, let it simmer and steep. Health in the body and the mind runs deep. Bitters cleanse the soul, no secrets to keep. While the world chases fast, I move slow. Get money, get money, get money. Today is a holy day. Get money, get rich. Blessings in every way. Get money, get rich. Today is a holy day. Oh. Electrify that fat, get that stack, yeah, run that back.
Electrify that fat, get that stack, yeah, run that back. Detox kids, we got hits, movies and shows, I done skit. We the hash, and we the grit. Stack them books, page flip, we get mine. Green book, big screen, big string. Look, the kid mean, they counted me out. Now I'm on route. Now we up, what they gon' doubt? Sleeping, John. Told them boys don't try. On Christ my heart, why? If you alive, how you tired? Let's get it committed, hit it, we living. Came from the bottom, now top floor chilling. Faith in my chest, ice in my grill. Pray over plays and double the deals. Flipping pages, we grifting. Flipping pages, we grip. Flipping pages, we grip. I had a grip next, just the fist beating at big letters. Make America read again. Make America read again. America believe again. It's the wave you breathing in. The hate is deceiving us for no apparent reason. They dumb down the mass of their asses. Scrolling sedated in classes. From Enqi your feet in his habits. We need passion to pass this. Reading is the key, yeah. Books are lit. This that real drip, not counterfeit. Amazon a plug. Stack cards, that's love. Prime up your mind. Get a box of that stuff. Get a box of that stuff. Yo. Flipping pages, we grip. Flipping pages, we grip. Flipping pages, we grip. Flipping pages, we grip.
Happy is the heart. Happy when I'm winning. When I eat good, sleep good, speak good.
Hey,
But sometimes I struggle and need help.
Yo. I'm sharp as a blade, but my edge need a strop. When life heavy as a boulder, I need balance to rock. Caught in the shuffle, my breath thin as a reed. Ancestors whisper, but the static impeding. Dark nights when my mind's like a broken street light. Searching for my ad, trying to level my plight.
Happy is the heart. Happy is the heart. Happy when I'm winning. When I eat good, sleep good, speak good. But sometimes I struggle and need help.
Yo. Heard.
mic is on. This is trash, just in case y'all didn't know. Don't trip on this. Throw this marker in the trash, please. All right. Live from New York. All right, so we 18 hours in, not counting this 1 hour of music. That hour didn't really count.
Yeah, we still on our Enqi-a-thon stream. I'm really trying to like get it in before New Year's kick in. Right? I'm trying to get it in. I'm trying to get through a good majority of the wave book and jump into the plant genetics book. I'm trying to like binge. I don't know a term. It's not like binge watch. Right? But I'm trying to like binge study, binge teach, binge read. Right? I'm trying to get into these books before we go back to all of our classes. So that way, as we go through the classes, we'll have more information to kind of like, you know what I mean? Y'all awake? Or we going back to music? What we doing? I'm going back to the music if y'all playing. Y'all sleep in the chat? It's magnificent. That's an old salute. That's not a we awake salute. Okay, all right, there we go. Bayot is up. Bayot is up. Okay. Somebody up. There we go. There we go. All right. And y'all need to tap in over here and hit the subscribe on that other page, just in case. Go ahead. Just in case. We'll leave it at that. Just in case. Right. Let's make sure we do some business.
Share the video, hit the like, subscribe, Cash App, Super Chat, AmericanHealer.website, Amazon. Share the video, hit the like, subscribe, Cash App, Super Chat, AmericanHealer.website, Amazon.
Okay. Oh wow, back to page 1. That's crazy. Where was we at? We definitely wasn't on page 1. We was cooking. We was at. Okay, I know where we was at. You know. Okay, that's where I think we was at. See, we cooking. We are cooking. Let me see what we got here. Yep. Okay, yep. All right, so yeah, this is the 3, 4, 5. And then we get into, okay, this is a pretty long chapter. Okay, this is a pretty long chapter. All right, so yeah, we might just try to do this one chapter. This is a long chapter. If you got the book, you know what I'm talking about. If you have this book, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't have this book, this is not the book. This is the book right here. This is the book we are in. So if you don't have this book, go to Amazon and get this book. All right, get yours in the mail. And we at it. All right. Reality exists because traveling waves collapse into standing waves, and standing waves release back into traveling waves. Is that sinking in for anybody? Is that sinking in for anybody? Before we even get flowing, before we even get started, is that sinking in for anybody right there? That concept? Or are we just doing entertainment? Is anybody studying? Is that sinking in? Reality exists because traveling waves collapse into standing waves. We could just stop it right there, halfway through the sentence. Everything that we see, touch, taste, stand on, the stuff we can't see, the wind, the sound, it is traveling waves. Traveling waves collapsing into standing waves, right? This is it. This is the ultimate simplification of the universe, right? Right? Traveling wave. Traveling wave. Or actually, we could do it like a math problem. We could do it like a simple math problem, right? Right? Traveling wave plus traveling wave plus traveling wave equals standing wave, right? And this one would actually probably look like this, right? But for simplification purposes, something happened to my dog. Y'all better stop playing with my dog. Flex on him. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what's happening to my dog.
In the beginning was the way was God, the way was God, the way was hard. Every step a symphony, timelines infinity, the way we raise injury, I'm the divine epiphany.
I love Dr. Enqi. Dr. Enqi. I love Dr. Enqi.
Yo. American Healer. Talk to him. Hey, and I'm ballin', not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm ballin', not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm ballin', not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm ballin', not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Hormone jump.
All right. All right. So, traveling wave Standing wave. Now, from standing waves, you get what is that word? I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for. The word for, I guess it's matter, right? It is matter. I'm thinking there's another word. My children got me distracted. My household is, oh my God. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, when I start writing books about me, those are going to be bestsellers. Y'all are not going to believe. Oh my God. I need y'all to pray for me. Send the Cash App, Super Chats, everything. But I think the word I'm thinking there's another word, but I guess the word is matter, right? Liquid. No, it doesn't start liquid. It's solid, liquid, gas, plasma, right? The 4 phases of matter, or formerly known as the 3 phases of matter. Now it has been officially updated to the 4 phases of matter. Solid, liquid, gas, plasma, right? That comes from this. That comes from this. Solid, liquid, gas. It gets weird when you get to plasma. It gets weird when you get to plasma. That's why plasma is the future. Plasma is the future. We don't know as much about plasma as we do solids, liquids, and gases. Plasma is still an anomaly. Plasma is still an anomaly. Plasma sits right in between. Plasma is the thing dividing spiritualists from hardcore atheist scientists. Plasma is right where they meet in the middle. Because plasma is not exactly fundamentally like, it's just right there in the middle, right? It's right between quantum mechanics and Newton's physics. So you know that one came first. You know that one came first. Like when people try to figure out the order, solid, liquid, gas, or is it gas, liquid, solid? It's plasma, gas, liquid, solid. That's how our universe was created, in that order. Plasma, then gas, then liquid, then solid. Right? So this is all of those things. For now, we can list them all here. Solid, liquid, gas. And I put them upside down, of course, because I'm operating off of our arrogance as well. Right? Solid, liquid, gas, plasma. This is like when the early European astronomers said, no, Earth is in the center and everything rotates around the Earth. Yeah, we are the center of everything. That is the only reason a person would think that solids came first. But that is maniacal. It is maniacal because a star is not a solid, right? Which is the reason why there's a debate, an ongoing debate on how Saturn should be labeled. We discussed that in the last episode of Comedicine, right? We discussed that in the last episode of Comedicine. Saturn is not exactly a planet. Saturn is somewhere in between a planet and a star, right? So you could, within reason, say we live in a binary star system, right? Because Saturn is something like a star. It's something like a star, right? So, but this is important because this is the caveat. Now, of course, I'm not sure if anybody would do something like this. Traveling wave, traveling wave. But this is just a simplification so you can get the idea, so that the idea sticks, right? Everything from plastic bottles, right? From plastic bottles. This is like my serious vice right here. Like I drink these like people drink beer. Like people drink beer, I drink these tonic waters. Actually, probably not like people drink beer, because they might drink a 6-pack in a day or something like that. I won't drink 6 of these in a day. That'd be crazy. But yeah, plastic, grass, kale, steak, dungarees, corduroys, concrete, snow, sleet, hail, metal, steel, gold, platinum, diamonds, aluminum, right? You name it. Whatever that thing is, it is made out of traveling waves that have stabilized into standing waves. And because they have stabilized into standing waves, they have been organized. Our most stable of stable standing waves have been organized in a nice, beautiful chart called the periodic table. Periodic table is a chart of organized standing waves. And each one is like, it's like an octave almost. Only it doesn't follow the binary pattern, right? But it does kind of begin, right? 1 electron, 1 proton, then 2 electrons, 2 protons, right? But it just continues to go up in single increments, right? But everything is composed of this. So this is the fundamental understanding of the universe. Traveling waves, standing waves, period. This is energy. This is the energy talk, right? This is the real energy talk, the real energy talk, if you will, right? This is energy. This is how energy behaves. How can I watch Comedicine? Oh my God. Comedicine is only on. No, you said thanks, Tika. Tika is trolling. She ain't give you the right info. Tika did not give you the right info. Yeah. Or maybe she did. Maybe I'm just out the loop. Oh, no, she did. My bad. My bad. My bad. No, Tika's correct. It's on Kick. It's on Kick. My bad. Yeah. All right. Shut up, Enqi. Get back to the book. Stay out the chat. Right? Okay, I'll stay out the chat. All right. Reality exists because traveling waves collapse into standing waves, and standing waves release back into traveling waves. The 3-4-5 triangle is the smallest whole number geometry that contains a perfect right angle. And that right angle is the key to why it governs both waves and music. A right angle represents two motions that are independent of one another. In wave physics, independence means the oscillations do not cancel or interfere destructively. They coexist and combine. When a system has two perpendicular oscillatory directions, energy could live in each direction as standing motion and still move through the system as a traveling wave. The 3-4-5 triangle is the first place in number where this geometric truth becomes exact and measurable. It is not just a measurement trick, it is the simplest geometry of compound wave motion. The sides labeled 3 and 4 represent two stable standing directions. These are not moving forward, yet they are fixed axes that can support vibration just like the length of a string or width of a membrane. Just in case people don't know, the part of the drum that you hit is called a membrane. Because I realized I said that earlier and some people didn't know what I was talking about, right? So the part of the drum that you hit or you hit with the sticks, that's called the membrane, right? Just like your skin, your cells have membranes, drums have a membrane. Early drums were made with skin, right? So there's a lot of deep science, that we could get into just with drums alone, but yeah, that part. Let me go back. The sides labeled 3 and 4 represent two stable standing directions. These are not moving forward, yet they are fixed axes that can support vibration, just like the length of a string or the width of a membrane. When motion exists on both sides, these perpendicular axes at the same time, the diagonal labeled 5 is created as a result of that coupling. The diagonal is not independent. It is born from the two axes, the two standing axes. In physical terms, the diagonal is the traveling wave that emerges from two orthogonal standing waves. This is the same geometry seen when electric and magnetic fields oscillate at right angles and generate a propagating electromagnetic wave. 2 stand, 1 travels. 3 becomes motion through 4 and resolves as 5. In music, sound only becomes stable when a wave reflects between boundaries and locks into a standing pattern. A vibrating string, a drum head, an organ pipe all require perpendicular boundaries to form real harmonics. Inside every resonant body, sound pressure does not simply bounce back and forth in one line. It forms standing modes in multiple directions at once. Those perpendicular pressure fields then interfere to create diagonal traveling pressure waves that exit the instrument as sound. The geometry that allows this without distortion is the same 3-4-5 relationship. Musical tone is not a single line of motion. It is rotated motion born from perpendicular standing waves. The octave itself depends on this same geometry. An octave is a doubling of frequency, but doubling alone is not enough to produce stable resonance. Stability requires that the wave both fit its boundary and preserve phase alignment after reflection. This demands perpendicular containment and diagonal propagation inside that containment. The 3 and 4 provide the orthogonal boundaries. Orthogonal just means like independent, so don't get lost in vocabulary. The 5 provides the coherent energy path that allows the wave to scale without losing structure. The reason octave doubling sounds the same at a higher pitch is because the underlying diagonal path of propagation is preserved while the standing dimensions scale. Without that diagonal coherence, octave identity would not exist. This same triangle governs how waves are measured. Any traveling wave in space can be decomposed into perpendicular components. In acoustics, light, fluid motion, or mechanical vibration, motion along one axis and motion along a perpendicular axis recombine into a resultant diagonal velocity. The 3-4-5 triangle is the smallest exact numerical mode of this vector resolution. It is the first place where humanity learned how to translate perpendicular oscillation into forward motion using pure numbers. This is why it quietly underlies wavelength measurement, ray tracing, room acoustics, and even antenna design. It is the geometry of resolving phase into distance. So again, there is no modern technology without that 3-4-5 triangle and what it represents. It is the ultimate. It is the ultimate in terms of intellectual property. In fact, you can hang your hat. The ancient world can hang its hat on 2 things. 2 things. The convex lens and that triangle. And then we could add in right? That's the trio. That's the trio. So anybody that talk reckless and crazy, convex lens, 3-4-5 triangle, binary math. There is no nothing. There's no nothing. There's no nothing. There's no nothing and there's no something. There's no nothing and no something outside the big 3. This is the big 3 of science. The big 3 of science. All science rests on top of these 3 right here. There's no science that's not propped up on top of these 3 guys. Period. Especially regarding technology. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's no science. Because You can't even do. We don't even have biology without convex lenses. There's no biology. There's no looking at cells. There's no even figuring out cells. Yeah, we don't even figure out cells are made out of water. We don't. There's no periodic table. There's nothing without like this. This is the big three. This is the big three. Sheepskin. I don't know what Tiga's talking. Oh, the drums. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if they use. I mean, maybe that's. Could that be trivia? Could that be trivia? I wonder if that could be trivia. Oh, wow. That is interesting. That is interesting. Hmm. All right, hold on, family. Tika done took us down a rabbit hole. Early drums were commonly made from sheepskin, goat, calf, cow. Durability and resonance needed for sound production. Right? That's the part where I get interested. The resonance needed for sound production from these particular types of skin. That's interesting. Animal skin, when stretched and cured, produce rich, resonant tones when struck. Right. See, I figured that. Right. It's not necessarily the material as much as it is, because we're talking about resonance. Resonance is between two things. So that's interesting. The beat of skin resonates with the human ear in a way that synthetic material does not. That is interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. Wow. Okay. W China. Yeah. See, that means. Yeah. See, that means that they had them longer in Kemet in Mesopotamia. That means they had them longer, but they don't have the actual record. But this is a record because you don't start off with a frame drum, just in case. A frame drum requires development. So you would have to have crude drums and use crude drums for generations and learn more about drumming and learn more about acoustics before you actually build frame drums. Right? So the fact that they had frame drums in 3000 BC means that they were using drums for a very, very long time before having frame drums. Was likely used. Okay. So surviving artifacts show goat or fish skin. The cowhide is being assumed just because there was a lot of it. So you see they put the word likely in here. But evidence shows that they were actually using goat and fish. Only reason why I guess the cow thing is interesting to me is because the cow was seen as holy in some aspects, and so was music. So that would be interesting if they did use drums. Right, right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that would be interesting. That would be interesting if they did. Yeah, but goat and sheep, yeah, that's the same. That's yeah, we're not going to split hairs over goat and sheep. That's the same. Yeah, that's the same. We running with that. I think you was correct. Yeah, we running with that. We ain't going to split hairs on. Yeah, hold up. All right, hold up. M4 is trolling, but I'm with the trolling though. I'm with the trolling. So let me see if where is that? What playlist is that in? What playlist is that in? I don't know what playlist that's in. Is that over here? Wow. No, this playlist got ransacked. Let me see something. I have to go to my channel to find that joint. Let me see.
Embrace all Enqi. As we speak it up, below, keep it quiet, don't leave it. As we speak it up, as we speak it out, little secret. Keep it low, keep it quiet, don't leak it. As we speak it out, little secret.
Okay, hold on. I found it. I found it. Hold up. By request only. It is in the Uptown. It's right in here.
Hello, Dr. Enqi.
You doing too much. Atheist, you must be stupid. Oh God, I'm about to lose it. Oh God, have emotion, pie and our anatomy. You
What did a Kovacs lens have to do with biology? What did a Kovacs lens have to do with biology? What did a Kovacs lens have to do with biology?
right, beating the brakes off of Enqi and all that. Right, beating the.
What did a Kovacs lens have to do with biology?
Yeah.
What did a Kovacs lens have to do with biology? What did a Kovacs lens have to do with biology?
Right, beating the brakes off of Enqi and all that. Right, beating the brakes off of Enqi and all that. Right, beating the brakes off of Enqi and all that. With the science, your thesis is silence, your source is defiant. Pages burn when the truth.
Oh my goodness. Bruh. Oh my goodness. Classic. That's a classic. So I just played that joint last week too. All right. Okay, where we at? The same triangle governs how waves are measured. Is that where we at? The 3 and the 4 provide orthogonal boundaries. The 5 provides the coherent energy path that allows the wave to scale without losing structure. See, y'all trolling. Y'all want me to play that song. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Yo. Y'all are wild for that.
What did a Kovacs lens have to do with biology? What did a Kovacs lens have to do with biology? What did a Kovacs lens have to do with biology?
Right, beating the brakes off of Enqi and all that. Right, beating the brakes off of Enqi and all that. Right, beating the brakes off of Enqi and all that. With the science, your thesis is silence. Pages burn when the Don't call me out for the bait. Your info tangled, afraid to stay. I'm the goat with the science. Your thesis is silence. Your source is defiant. Pages burn when the truth gets too close. You sipping on fiction, overdose. Tell me my name, taste like ass when you speak it. Ass when you speak it, little secret. Keep it low, keep it quiet, don't leak it. Ass when you speak it out. Tell me my name, take that ass when you speak it. That's when you speak it all, little secret. Keep it low, keep it quiet, don't leak it. As when you speak it all, little secret. Double check that, I'm a walking fact check. You a glitch in the matrix, no specs. Flaws in your claim like cracks in the glass. I shatter the frame. You left in the past. Knowledge heavy, I carry it smooth. Luxury in the leg, watch how I move. I'm in my name, take that ass when you speak it. Ass when you speak it all, little secret. Keep it low, keep it quiet, don't leak it. Ass when you speak it all in my name. Say that ass when you speak it, when you speak it. Ass when you speak it all, little secret. Keep it low, keep it quiet, don't leak it. Ass when you speak it all. Soft steps in the room, yet I quake the floor. Your whispers don't reach, they sink, ignore. All that shade won't dim my glow. I'm the source, let the rivers flow. I'm in my name till I have to little secret. Keep it low, keep it quiet, don't leak it. As when you speak it out. I'm in my name till I have to when you speak it out, little secret. Keep it low, keep it quiet, don't leak it. As when you speak it out, little secret.
He got money. I'm trying to follow his example. 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 Scientific theory of evolution. Now let's hear what this man has to say. Let's hear what the scammer has to say. Let's hear what this man, he'll do anything to cheat and rob. Here you go. We're going to play it.
I love you, Dr. Enqi.
Yo, that playlist got too much heat. That's Paul's favorite playlist, the Uptown playlist. Bro. That playlist is crazy. There's a lot of heat in that playlist. No, we got to get to work. All right. Yeah, I trolled her. All right, so back to the actual information. The 3 and the 4 provide orthogonal boundaries. The 5 provides the coherent energy path that allows the wave to scale without losing structure. The reason octave doubling sounds the same at a higher pitch is because the underlying diagonal path of propagation is preserved while the standing dimensions scale. Without that diagonal coherence, octave identity would not exist. All right, so hold on. I probably should have put this in the book. Okay, yeah. So I think you got 6, 8, 10. Right? So 3, 4, 5 is the smallest, but I believe you have, right? You got 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 10. 6, 8, 10, 9, 12, 15, 12, 16, 20, 15, 20, 25, right? And obviously you can keep on going. But the idea is that whatever this number is, when you multiply this number by itself and you multiply this number by itself, it equals multiplying this number by itself, right? So 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. So when you add 9 and 16 together, you get 25. When you multiply 5 by itself, right, or 5 squared, right, you add the squares in, right? So that gives you another insight into the Masonic association of the square, referring to a right angle triangle, right? Because the right angle triangle refers to Pythagorean theorem, which refers back to Kemetic science, but everything is squares, right? Not only is the right angle triangle significant because it contains that square, which is used to create proper measurement, it is also composed of squares, right? 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared, right? And you can do that with the rest of the numbers. 6 times 6 is 36. 8 times 8 is 48. 36 and 48. Is that correct? Wait, 8 times 8. No, I'm trolling. 8 times 8 is 64. Bugging. 6 times 6 is 36. 8 times 8 is 64. 10 times 10 is 100. 64 plus 36 is 100, right? So you go through that same process and you can always find that 3, 4, 5 relationship, or you can create it. You can just grab arbitrary numbers, right? You can grab the number 100 and then you can grab the number 200, right? And you can go 100 times itself, 200 times itself, and then add them together, and whatever that number is will give you the third side of your right angle, your perfect right angle triangle, right? Your Harpanopte. Yeah, yeah. Those are your choices. You have to struggle with that word, Harpanopte, or you just have to say Pythagorean triangle. I prefer to mispronounce Harpanop. Let me see that. Let me find that word. Harped anopte. Yeah, harped anopte. The rope stretchers. The rope stretchers probably be a better, easier way to, yeah. So the rope stretchers triangle. Right? And so obviously they were genius enough. They were obviously genius enough to figure out that instead of doing this complicated math, remember, genius in the modern world is totally different than genius in the ancient world. Genius in the modern world, totally different than genius in the ancient world. Genius in the modern world is based on complexity. Genius in the ancient world is based on simplicity, right? So you can do complicated equations, or you could just have a rope and measure off 12 sections that's the same length. And it doesn't matter what the length is. It doesn't matter what the length is. You could take a top off a marker and just put a knot. Whoop, every top space. Boop, 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 boop. When you have 12 even spaces, you divide that 12 even spaces, 3, 4, 5, boop, you got a perfect triangle. Doesn't matter whether you could use your hand, your finger, doesn't matter. As long as you have 12 even spaces, you can break those 12 even spaces into 3 spaces by 4 spaces by 5 spaces. And that is going to give you the perfect triangle. All right, let me find this joint. Yep.
We give thanks and praise to the Most High God for the divine spark that set our cells into perpetual motion. We give thanks for the magnetism of the Most Holy, the magnetism that repels and attracts the ferry boats of light 60,000 miles every 60 seconds throughout our vessels and caves. We give thanks for the ability to drink clean water every 60 minutes, flooding the river of life. We give thanks that sugar has not covered our ferries and turned them into stone. We give thanks that darkness has not covered the riverbanks with calcium and turned them into stone. We give thanks that anger and fear have not turned our almonds bitter, turning our heart to stone. We give thanks for smooth sailing upstream through the valley of death, through the superior vena cava into the right atrium. We give thanks for smooth sailing around the heart through the corona crown, joining the vortex in the right atrium. We give thanks for the perfect black solar repeater that induces the primary electromagnetic wave, opening the mouth of the Kodesh HaKodeshim. We give thanks for the mechanical wave produced when the mouth of the Kodesh HaKodeshim closes. We give thanks to the ray wave, reflecting on the semi-lunar valves, opening a pathway to the vineyard. We give thanks for the mechanical wave produced when the lunar gate to the vineyard closes. We give thanks to the Most High God that provides the light and our breath, and the light in our breath. We give thanks for the fine olfactory system that makes our grapes ripe with light. We give thanks for the Jed pillar that provides us with a stable fleet of ferry boats to dock in our vineyard. We give thanks for smooth sailing through the pulmonary vein into the storm of the left atrium. We give thanks for the perfect black solar repeater that induces the primary electromagnetic wave, opening the mouth of the Kodesh HaKodeshim. We give thanks for the mechanical wave produced when the mouth of the Kodesh HaKodeshim closes. We give thanks to the ray wave, reflecting on the semi-lunar valve, opening a pathway into the holy royal arch of the Wa scepter. We give thanks for the mechanical wave produced when the lunar gate into the holy royal arch of the Wa scepter closes. We give thanks for the magnetism of the most holy, the magnetism that repels and attracts the ferry boats of light 60,000 miles every 60 seconds throughout our vessels and our caves. Amen.
Rolling through the sand like a thought in disguise. The scarab spins truth where the cosmos collide. Energy whispers, it never says goodbye. The Beatles crawl, the Beatles rise.
Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
Sort of burst the chaos, yet the chaos rise. My name Beatles, 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 over and over, spinning the world in the grip of their shoulders. Beatles, 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 under and over, rolling through time till the blackness is sober. The heat fades lower, the order begins. The stillness so perfect, it hums from within. The void sings softly, entropy takes a bow. In the shadow of silence, the scarab knows how. The second law is dancing, feeding life through decay. The third law holds the promise that the stillness will stay.
Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
You need that D, yeah. D, D, D with that blue magic. You need that D, D with that blue magic. You need that D, D with that blue magic. Theology in a bottle. Calcium electric, I'm magnetic. Your kidney electric, your liver magnetic. I'm talking kinetic. That deep put God in the flesh. That deep put God in the flesh. Say it, say it. Electrons in your bones, stay high on that blue magic. Brain glow set, dopamine flow. Genes mode activate, orally. Fall, all spirit low, chakra. Enqi the doctor, ancient physics streaming on the proctor. The ketamine and ancient chemistry, biblical fact. Bring it back from the scroll to the lab, from the text to the trap, yeah.
We live with it. Cash up, super chat, subscribe to Jesus School. Yeah. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Cash up, super chat, subscribe to Jesus School. Hey, tap in, let's go. Cash up, super chat, subscribe to Jesus School. Send that love, that love. Cash up, super chat, subscribe to Jesus School. Jack School, Jack School. Hit a like button, send those viral. Typing in the chat, that's tribal. Support the lightest cycle. Run it back, clip that title. Subscribe, join the Patreon, level up tiers. Hit the website, we been grinding for a year. Get a bush, that brain, and the bank gets bigger. Copy the URL, make the shares go quicker. Post it on your socials, tag that name. One little share, whole feed in flame. Catch them on the screen, up in that frame. Super chat lit, that's jet fuel flame. Cash out, super chat, some cry to just go. Send that love, that love. Cash out, super chat, some cry to just go. Just go, let's go. Just go, just go. Come to my YouTube page, don't lag. Bell on locked in, that's swag. Chat going crazy, whole squad in the back. We teaching, we joking, we talk real fast. Linking them ball, you know that code. One click, whole tribe in go mode. From the couch to the glow, that how we roll. Turn views in the fam, that's yeah, screw go, yeah. Cash up, super chat, some cry to just go. Send that love, that love. Cash up, super chat, some cry to just go. Just go, just go, just go.
Share the video, hit the like, subscribe, Cash App, Super Chat, AmericanHealer.website, Amazon. Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
In the beginning was the way was God, the way was God, the way was hard. Every step a symphony, timelines infinity, the way we raise injury, I'm the divine epiphany.
I love Dr. Enqi, Dr. Enqi. I love Dr. Enqi.
Yo. American Healer. Talk to him. Hey, and I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Hormone jump, blood flow rush, brain work sharp, that steel cut hush. Muscle strength up, whole frame turn savage, sex magic in the cut, big fertility package. Heart disease back down, we block no plots, fibroid shrink, cancer rate drop, memory locked in cognition on 10, we healing in the world they play. Amen. Pure knowledge in the vein, this a new aesthetic. Flip food and medicine, bioenergetic. Plan genetics, said it 3 times, let it say it. Plan genetics, hit the source, that's the real weapon. Get the book in your cart, that's a mission. Amazon move quick, instant transmission. I'm a mason in the lab, blueprint in the kitchen. Anabolic hormone help stay up, stay driven. Get the D in your day, keep your bones all sturdy. Get the blue magic in your body, glow skin purdy. Eat American Healer menu, every bite, new sermon, forward to the face, that's a lifestyle learning. Anabolic, not for profit, I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Anabolic, not for profit, I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Soil to the cell, transformation from the plate to the brain, recalibration from the word to the world, revelation, playing cold in a blood, whole nation.
Share the video, hit the like, subscribe, Cash App, Super Chat, AmericanHealer.website, Amazon. Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended. Share the video, hit the like, subscribe, Cash App, Super Chat, AmericanHealer.website, Amazon.
Okay, and we're back. Yeah, see, that's why, I was thinking about you, Jack. I was thinking about you and Tika. I was thinking about you and Tika when I said, you know what? I need an automatic Kev, Tika, Jack button.
Share the video, hit the like, subscribe, Cash App, Super Chat, AmericanHealer.website, Amazon.
Yeah, that's the Jack, Tika, Kev. You know what I'm saying? Because Kev always reposts the stream. That's the share button. That's the automatic right there. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's make some ground. All right, so the 3 and the 4 provide the orthogonal boundaries. The 5 provides the coherent energy path that allows the wave to scale without losing structure. Before we had our little break, we went through the math on scaling, right? We went through the math on scaling, the formula. Probably could have led with that. Right? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So anything squared plus anything squared together equals some other number squared. And when you have those three relationships locked in, if you use those three numbers as a measurement, you can create the Harpedopte, aka rope stretchers triangle. The units don't matter, right? It could be inches, it could be centimeters, it could be miles, kilometers. The units don't matter. Royal legs, whatever. It doesn't matter what the unit of measurement is. As long as these two sides squared add up perfectly to match this side squared, you will have that relationship that gives you the perfect 90-degree and the perfect relationship in terms of waves, right? Also, keep in mind that the base is always the magnetic side, and the rise, right? The rise is always the electric side, right? And when you're looking at the triangle on a flat two-dimensional, like you have it written down somewhere, then you can imagine the diagonal as the light, right? But in 3D, it would be exactly the opposite. In 3D, this projection would come from here, right? It would come exactly from the corner, from the 90-degree angle, right? It would come from the 90-degree angle and point outward. But the measurements track, which is the important part. $500 square to this? No, this ain't 500 square. No, 100 times 100. 100 times 100 times plus 200 times 200. That is definitely not 500. Yeah, that is definitely not 500. Right? So you're talking about this one or this one? All right, Tika's trolling. All right, so the reason octave doubling sounds the same at a higher pitch is because the underlying diagonal path of propagation is preserved while the standing dimensions scale. Without that diagonal coherence, octave identity would not exist. Octave identity meaning you wouldn't have the same notes over and over. Let me see if I could get a keyboard in here. Chase the fur. Pull up on me, champ. Yeah, bring me a keyboard. A keyboard? Yeah, like a piano keyboard. Not a typed computer keyboard.
Oh, a piano?
Yeah. Okay, this is not what I was thinking. Okay, yeah, this is not what I was thinking. This is more of a sampler than a piano keyboard. But we good.
All right.
We good. Because the notes repeat. That's all I wanted to show. But you know what? This is all black, so y'all can barely see on this. Actually, yeah, let me get a different one. Something with white and black keys. Here.
This is probably better.
Yes, this is better. All right. So if you look here, the keyboard is built around this guy, right? This is C, right? And you got your two black keys, you got your C right here. You got your C right here, right? I believe this is also C right here, right? So that is an octave. All these notes in between, right? This is going from C to C, from C to C, right? And the pitch is the same, even though the frequency is double. So hopefully the visual helps. Yeah, hopefully the visual helps, right? Yeah. Yeah. So you got C, C, C. Right? And it just repeats over and over again. Even though the sound is getting progressively higher as you go up. Right? The sound's getting progressively higher as you go up or as you go to the right. Yeah. As you go to the right. This is also a sampling thing. But yeah, this with the black keys, I don't know if you would have been able to see. All right, Chase, pull up on me and put these back wherever they were.
Wait, turn that off. Turn that light off.
Before your sisters miss them, and then all hell breaks loose. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Any traveling wave in space can be decomposed into perpendicular components. In acoustic, where y'all at? Oh no, this is the right page. Yeah. In acoustics, light, fluid motion, or mechanical vibration, motion along one axis and motion along a perpendicular axis recombine into a resultant diagonal velocity. The 3-4-5 triangle is the smallest exact numerical model of this vector resolution. It is the first place where humanity learned how to translate perpendicular oscillation into forward motion using pure number. This is why it quietly underlies wavelength measurement, ray tracing, room acoustics, and even antenna design, right? So all antennas, phone, radio, modems, everything. It is the geometry of resolving phase into distance. In instruments, the physical body is always a controlled enclosure. The length of a string, the depth of a sound box, the width of a membrane form orthogonal dimensions that trap standing waves. Those standing waves do not simply stay in place. Their energy resolves into diagonal traveling waves that exit the body as audible sound. Every instrument is therefore a space to motion machine. It fixes perpendicular distances and releases diagonal motion as sound. That conversion from trap geometry into traveling vibration is the same conversion encoded in the 3-4-5 triangle. This geometry is also why ancient builders treated the triangle as foundational rather than decorative. Right angles guarantee stable boundaries. Stable boundaries guarantee standing waves. Standing waves guarantee predictable resonance. Let's go back again. This is also why ancient builders treated the triangle as foundational rather than decorative. Right angles guarantee stable boundaries. Guarantee stable boundaries. No structure, no man-made structures on Earth, no man-made structures on Earth have proven to be more stable than the pyramids. None. So man has, in their competition, particularly the Western mind, in their competition to outdo the ancient mind, they have given up. They have tapped out. They've moved the goalposts. Instead of trying to make a more stable structure, they have just settled for taller ones, right? We have a taller building than the Great Pyramid. We've made a taller skyscraper, right? We've got a taller apartment building, right? But only time will be able to tell us if those buildings are more stable, right? And that's John Q. Public. The people who know a little bit about a little bit, the people who know a little bit about a little bit know that there is no such thing as a skyscraper that is more stable than a pyramid. This is not going to last. That's just not going to happen, right? That's just not going to happen, right? We saw what the planes did to the Twin Towers, right? So we know, right? But for John Q. Public, that would lend benefit of the doubt ignorantly. Time will tell you. Those buildings will come down long before the pyramids will naturally succumb to the Earth's forces, right? Now, anybody can do anything synthetic. They can bomb it or do something crazy, right? But succumbing to Earth's natural forces, so again, right angles guarantee stable boundaries. Stable boundaries guarantee standing waves. Standing waves guarantee predictable resonance. Predictable resonance guarantees control over sound, light, structural stress, and airflow, right? When this science left Kemet and migrated to the Northeast, the Yellow River culture, once it got up into China, it became what we know of today as feng shui, right? You cannot build a resonant room, a tuned instrument, a reliable cavity, or a stable waveguide without solving this triangular relationship. The triangle is not sacred because of belief. It is sacred. It is sacred because it is structurally unavoidable wherever waves must be stabilized in space. At the deepest physical level, the triangle expresses how energy moves through confinement. 2 dimensions hold, 1 dimension carries. The holding dimensions create phase memory. The carrying dimension resolves that memory into motion. This is the same principle by which pressure and tension in a string create sound, by which charge separation and magnetic rotation create light, and by which pressure and elasticity create pulse waves in your arteries, right? In your arteries. So remember, when it seems like we're getting deep over into some theological something or other, or quantum this or that, remember, we are only swimming this far out into the ocean because you need to, in order to fully understand the human body. In order to fully understand the human body, right? This is the image and the likeness of. Well, you can't understand the human body if you don't understand what you are in the image and likeness of. Or if we go back to the papyri, these forces, these energies, light, electricity, magnetism, etc. These are the things that your body is composed of. If we don't understand them, we will never understand the human body. In fact, I'm willing to bet y'all any amount of push-ups. Any amount of push-ups. When we go back to classes, and we're going back to classes when the kids go back. When we go back to classes, I'm willing to bet you that the information looks totally different. It's going to be the same. The books is already the books. The books is written already. So it's not like I'm going to somehow magically come into your house and change the material that's inside the book. You already got the books. I can't change the book. But it's a guarantee, after everything that we've done in the past couple of weeks, after everything we're going to do in the next, what is today? Saturday? I want to say the next 20 hours. The next 20 hours. Yeah, I'm going to play it all the way up to the bell. So maybe we might push 30 hours. We might push 30 hours out in the next 3 days. Maybe. I might be smoking. I might be bugging. But we're definitely going to get 20 hours in the next 3 days for sure. Right? And what I'm saying is, with everything that we've done, when we go back to melanin is anabolic, when we go back to our protein class, our water class, our Black's anatomy class, when we go back to our regularly scheduled classes, I think Tika is the only person that was trying to figure this out. I think Tika is the only person that was trying to figure that out. Okay, yeah, you are wrong on all those answers. All those answers is wrong. The 50,000 is right though, because 200 times 200 is 40,000. 100 times 100 is 10,000, right? So you got 50,000. Then what you got to do is you got to get the square root of 50,000, right? The square root of 50,000 is what you got to do. This is why I said, this is a prime example. Listen to what I'm saying. What you just did is a prime example of what I was saying earlier. In the modern world, complexity is intelligence. In the ancient world, simplicity is intelligence. So in the modern world, we want to wrestle with the numbers and look impressive. Yeah, 100 squared, 200 squared, 50,000. Find out the square root of 50,000. 223, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. We're going to get this rope. We're going to tie this rope into 12 parts. And we're just going to use this rope. Period. We ain't doing no math. We're going to do some math one time. We're just going to measure this rope. Period. 12 equal parts. Boop. Done. Yeah, the answer is 223 and some long decimal madness. So it's not yeah. But that's how you would figure that out, right? You would do the math on these two, you would add it up to get whatever that number is, and then you would find the square root of whatever that number is, right? Or you would just change these, right? Because you could change these and then you don't have to get to the square root. You could just leave it at 50,000, right? You could just do 10,000 and 40,000. 10,000 plus 40,000 is 50,000. And so you would make the small side 10,000 units, the big side 40,000 units, and then 50,000 units. Yeah. Yeah. The rope, 12 knots in the rope, man. Just 12 knots in the rope. We Gucci. Wait, we not finished yet, Jack. We still working. We still got work to do. Unless you're talking about this morning. Was you up with me this morning? I forgot who was up with me this morning. I went to sleep. I had to take a nap because I was up like all night coming into the live this morning. And then we went live for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 hours. Both. Okay, well, we ain't going nowhere yet, Jack. We still cooking. We still got work to do. I'm trying to tackle this. Tika is disrupting us right now. That's what's happening. Yeah, I'm trying to get through this chapter. So we're just going to blame it on Tika. All right. Let me see where we at. All right. Y'all on the wrong page. Okay. Boom. The reason this triangle appears in both music and physics is because both are wave sciences. Music is not symbolic wave behavior. It is literal wave behavior scaled into the audible band. Physics is not separate from sound. Sound is one frequency layer of the same universal wave mechanics. Where physics studies how waves move energy, music is how waves move meaning through space. Both require standing boundaries, perpendicular oscillation, and diagonal propagation. Both, therefore, inherit the same geometry. The slow truth of the 3-4-5 triangle is this. It is the smallest spatial machine that turns standing vibration into traveling motion without loss of coherence. This is why it governs strings, rooms, temples, fields, antennas, nerve signals, and sound. It is not a mystical code. It is the first exact geometry of how waves become motion. The 3-4-5 triangle is the simplest stable right angle wave motif. The 3-4-5 triangle is the smallest whole number triangle that contains a perfect right angle. If the sides are 3 units and 4 units long, the diagonal will be exactly 5 units. This is not just a trick of arithmetic. It is the first place where straight line distances, perpendicular motion, and diagonal wave propagation lock together into a stable geometric relationship. In wave physics, this matters because anytime motion splits into perpendicular components like horizontal and vertical oscillations or electric and magnetic fields, the diagonal relationship governs how energy actually moves through space. A right angle is not arbitrary. It is the fundamental geometry of independently oscillating systems. When 2 oscillations are perpendicular, they do not interfere destructively. They coexist and create a compound motion. The 3-4-5 triangle is the smallest geometric container that allows 2 independent oscillations to combine into a single coherent traveling path. This is the first reason this triangle is foundational for both physics and music. It is the minimum geometry for compound wave motion. The diagonal is the traveling wave born from two standing axes. Think of the 3 and the 4 as two standing directions, two independent axes that do not move into each other. In music terms, you can think of them like two separate vibrating strings mounted at right angles. By themselves, each axis supports a simple standing wave. The diagonal, the 5, is what you get when motion uses both axes at once. The diagonal is a traveling man. The diagonal is a traveling wave path through a standing wave lattice. This is the same geometry behind the movement of light through perpendicular electric and magnetic fields, the movement of a particle across a 2D standing wave grid, the resolution of vertical and horizontal oscillations into forward propagation. So forensically, right, the forensics Netcheru Detective Academy, right, forensically, 3 equals one standing axis, 4 a second independent standing axis, 5 the resultant traveling wave born from their coupling. Wavy, Davy, McNavy. Okay? Wavy, Davy, McNavy. Perfect mashed potatoes with unlumpy gravy. Shout out to my guy, Mark. Standing plus standing leads to traveling. And the simplest whole number geometry that allows this is 3, 4, 5. Why 3 and 4 are the first dimensional numbers of waves. In wave systems, 3 is the first number that allows curvature, and 4 is the first number that allows enclosure. With 2, you only get a line and back and forth motion. With 3, you could bend into space, curvature, phase, and depth appear. With 4, you can fully enclose a region, a box, a cavity, a frame. In acoustics and optics, real standing waves require enclosure to stabilize. You can't get resonant modes without boundaries. The jump from 3 to 4 is the jump from motion in space to motion trapped in space. So in wave language, 3 equals propagation potential, 4 confinement potential, 5 propagation through confinement. That is exactly how a resonant physical system works. A cavity supports standing waves. Those standing axes allow a diagonal path. The system can now store and transmit energy coherently. The 3, 4, 5 triangle is the skeleton of musical standing waves. Now, let's put this together. A vibrating string produces standing waves because the string is fixed at both ends. Waves reflect back and forth. Only certain wavelengths fit the length of the string. Those fitted wavelengths form harmonics. In a rectangular resonant box, like a guitar, an organ pipe, or a room, you get standing waves along one axis, standing waves along a perpendicular axis, diagonal traveling interference patterns between the two. That diagonal interference pattern obeys the 3, 4, 5 geometry in its simplest form. The musical tone you hear is not coming from a single linear vibration. It is coming from orthogonal standing modes that couple into a diagonal traveling pressure wave in the air. Sound itself propagates as the 5 born from the acoustic 3 and 4. The 3-4-5 triangle is hidden inside the octave. There we go. Now watch how this slides directly into the octave. The octave is 2/1, right? 2/1, doubling. But you do not get a stable octave behavior unless the wave system can support independent standing modes, boundary reflection, diagonal propagation of energy through those modes. The energy that allows octave coherence is rectangular or circular enclosure with diagonal energy paths. The first diagonal enclosure you ever learn is a 3, 4, and 5. So structurally, 3 and 4 define the orthogonal standing wave motif. 5 defines the path energy uses inside that two-dimensional motif. Doubling emerges when those motifs scale while preserving diagonal coherence. This is why octave stability exists at all. The octave is not just hearing tradition, it is the spectral consequence of diagonal propagation inside orthogonal standing wave boundaries, right? Propagation just means traveling, and orthogonal just means independent. So that the big words don't. I don't know who we have listening. We might have some new folks, right? Anyway, the 3-4-5 triangle is the geometry of wave decomposition. In physics, any wave moving in space can be decomposed into perpendicular components. A traveling wave can be split into X and Y components. Electric and magnetic fields split into perpendicular components. Motion in fluid splits into pressure and shear components. The 3-4-5 triangle is the simplest numerical example of this decomposition working perfectly. It is the smallest case where two perpendicular components exist. Their combined magnitude becomes a new clean value. No distortion or irrational scaling is required. This is why this triangle keeps showing up in acoustic room resonance, optical ray tracing, mechanical stress fields, musical overtone structures, even nerve signal propagation through perpendicular tissue planes. Wherever energy splits into perpendicular forms and recombines into motion, 3-4-5 is hiding underneath. Once you understand 3-4-5, you understand how to measure a diagonal using perpendicular sides, how to resolve wave speed from orthogonal oscillations, how to measure distance using phase shift. You measure perpendicular displacements, you resolve diagonal phase travel, you convert space into number. Music did the same thing long before physics formalized it. String length equals spatial boundary. Frequency, temporal boundary, right? Time. Pitch, spatial, temporal, diagonal, right? So remember the other day when we was looking up the trivium and the quadrivium, and that beautiful, beautiful definition popped up. I think that was the best description ever offered by AI, at least for me, right? Because it described arithmetic as the study of numbers, geometry as the study of numbers in space, music as the study of numbers in time, and then astronomy as the study of numbers in time and space, right? So in the book,
share the video, hit the like, subscribe, Cash App, Super Chat, AmericanHealer.website, Amazon. Share the video, hit the like, subscribe, Cash App, Super Chat, AmericanHealer.website, Amazon.
Right? So in the book, we kind of have a similar, right? String length, spatial boundary, right? Geometry, frequency, temporal boundary, music, pitch, spatial, temporal, diagonal, astronomy, right? Astronomy, numbers in time and space. So the same triangle that taught humans how to lay straight buildings also quietly taught them how to tune springs, tune strings, build pipes, shape resonant cavities, control harmonics, etc. The 3-4-5 triangle is therefore a measurement engine for waves, which is the reason why we named it lovingly the Godometer, right? Because God is the wave. In the beginning was the wave, and the wave was God, and the wave was with God, right? The triangle is the first bridge between space and sound. 3 and 4 spatial, 5 is kinetic. The triangle itself is a space to motion converter. That is exactly what any musical instrument does. It fixes space, string length, pipe length, membrane size. It allows oscillation in perpendicular directions. It converts that bounded oscillation into traveling sound. Every instrument is a secret 3-4-5 machine. So it allows oscillation in perpendicular directions, right? We talk about the drum. You hit the drum vibrates, right? That's oscillation in perpendicular directions, right? It converts that oscillation into traveling waves, right? Because the sound is going to leave the drum, go through air, and then it's going to hit your body, and your body is going to convert that sound, right? So every instrument is secretly a 3-4-5 machine. Why this geometry is not symbolic but structural? The reason ancient builders treated 3-4-5 as sacred is not because of theology first. It's because this triangle guarantees right angles, enables predictable diagonal wave paths, locks standing and traveling waves into stable proportion, right? It is a Godometer, for Christ's sakes, pun intended, right? You cannot build a temple, a room, a string instrument, a resonant cavity, a waveguide, a calibrated telescope mirror without solving the 3-4-5 problem in some form. It is the first complete wave resonance geometry humans ever mastered. Here is the slow, clean chord. 3, 1 independent oscillatory axis, right? For light, that is going to be your magnetic field. 4, a second independent oscillatory axis. For light, that's going to be the electric field. 5, the traveling wave. That is going to represent light. The right angle ensures no destructive interference. The diagonal ensures coherent energy propagation. The enclosure ensures standing wave stability. This is why the 3-4-5 triangle is the root geometry of music, acoustics, optics, architecture, mechanical engineering, wave physics, and ultimately measurement itself. The 3-4-5 triangle is the smallest geometry that turns perpendicular standing waves into a coherent traveling wave, which is why it underlies both music and physics. How the 3-4-5 works in a guitar. A guitar string is fixed at two ends, a perfectly controlled standing wave system. The length of the string is one primary boundary, and the sideways displacement of the string is the perpendicular boundary. These two perpendicular constraints form the 3 and 4 geometrically, two independent axes of motion where energy can stand without traveling. When the string is plucked, wave motion reflects between these boundaries and locks into harmonic modes that are exact fractions of the full length. The audible sound, however, is not the standing wave itself. What reaches your ear is the diagonal release of that stored energy into the surrounding air as traveling pressure waves. That diagonal release is the 5. Okay, my bad. Y'all was a few pages back. Y'all was sleeping. Nobody even mentioned it. Y'all was asleep at the wheel. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? How y'all even say y'all trolling? Wake y'all butt up. Y'all need to wake up. What we doing?
In the beginning was the way was God, the way was God, the way was hard. Every step a symphony, timelines infinity, the way we raise injury, I'm the divine epiphany.
I love Dr. Enqi, Dr. Enqi. I love Dr. Enqi.
Yo. American Healer. Talk to him. Hey, and I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Hormone jump, blood flow rush, brain work sharp, that steel cut hush. Muscle strength up, whole frame turn savage, sex magic in the cut, big fertility package. Heart disease back down, we block no plots, fibroid shrink, cancer rate drop, memory locked in cognition on 10, we healing in the world they play. Amen. Pure knowledge in the vein, this a new aesthetic, flip food and medicine, bioenergetic. Plan genetics, said it 3 times, let it say it. Plan genetics, hit the source. That's the real weapon. Get the book in your cart, that's a mission. Amazon move quick, instant transmission. I'm a mason in the lab, blueprint in the kitchen. Anabolic hormone help stay up, stay driven. Get the D in your day, keep your bones all sturdy. Get the blue magic in your body, glow skin purdy. Eat American Healer menu, every bite new sermon. Forward to the face, that's a lifestyle learning. Anabolic, not for profit, I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Anabolic, not for profit, I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Soil to the cell, transformation from the plate to the brain, recalibration from the word to the world, revelation, playing cold in a blood, whole nation.
Share the video, hit the like, subscribe, Cash App, Super Chat, AmericanHealer.website, Amazon. Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
You in the book. Okay, so Tika is clearly not paying attention to what we got going on. She just snubbed She just snubbed everybody. Right? But that's a good excuse. She didn't realize we was a page or two behind, because she's not a page or two behind. She has the book. Now everybody gonna try to use her excuse. Oh no, I got my book too. Yeah, no, I got my book too. That's why I didn't even notice, because I got my book too, Doc. Yeah. Yeah, I got my book too, so I ain't even pay no attention. I ain't even notice. I was deep in my book. Y'all lying. All right. 3, 4, 5 in a pipe organ. An organ pipe is a column of air trapped between rigid vertical walls and open or closed terminations. The vertical length of the pipe is one standing dimension. The radial expansion of air pressure inside the pipe is the perpendicular standing dimension. These two orthogonal constraints hold the wave in place as a resonant cavity. Again, the 3 and the 4. The sound that exits the pipe does not move vertically or radially in isolation. It exits diagonally as a propagating compression wave through open space. That outward radiation is the 5. The pitch of the pipe is determined by how the perpendicular standing dimensions lock into phase closure. The loudness is determined by how efficiently that stored standing energy resolves into diagonal motion. Pipes are therefore literal space to motion transformers governed by right angle geometry. An electromagnetic wave. An electromagnetic wave where are we supposed to be at? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay. An electromagnetic wave is built from two perfectly perpendicular standing oscillations. The electric field oscillates along one axis. The magnetic field oscillates along a second axis at a right angle to it. These are the 3 and the 4. Neither field travels forward by itself. Only when these two perpendicular oscillations remain phase locked does a third motion emerge. The diagonal propagation of the wave through space at the speed of light. That forward motion of the combined field is the 5. Light is therefore not a single moving thing. It is the diagonal consequence of two standing perpendicular field oscillations. The entire universe of radiation, from radio waves to gamma waves, is built on this geometric resolution of perpendicular oscillation into forward motion, right? So all of what we know, right? All of what we know. Now, if you want to break your brain, right? If you want to sit down and just break your brain, like just sit down and just like zone. Think about vitamin D. If you want to just sit down and break your brain, like this is what I do. So this is why y'all send me the super chats and the cash apps. and the super chats and the cash apps, hint, hint, wink, wink, super chats and cash apps. So I could sit down and break my brain for you, then write it down and put it on Amazon, right? But that's one for the books, right? Because we get different types of light based on those two fields, right? So we discussing the basics, right? But there's like you can go, right? You can go because all light is the same in the effect that you have a magnetic field and an electric field, right? And then light being produced from the cross, right? Light is produced from the cross, right? But well, I ain't gonna do that. But what makes the light different? Right? What makes the light different? What is the difference between infrared and visible light? Or even in the visible light, what's the difference between the red and, say, the blue? Right? Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. What is the difference between the violet and the red? Right? All of it is coming from the relationship of a magnetic field to an electric field, right? And so we know what? We know that, I mean, y'all been tuned in, so I gotta assume y'all picking up something, unless these is all brand new people, right? And I know people are lost. That's why we missing people right now. We would have a lot more people, but people are lost. When I say a lot more, I mean a lot more for us. I don't mean like internet a lot more people. I mean just in our universe. We would probably have like 60 or 70 people watching, but people are lost, right? People are watching all the videos right now because we don't normally do this much hours of video in a given week, right? We might do three videos or 4 videos in a week, right? We'll do something like that, like 3 videos or 4 videos in a week. Unless it's a busy week, we might do like 5, but those will only be 2 to 3 hours each. So 10 to 15 hours a week, right? So out of nowhere, we have an explosion where right now we are at, what did I say? 3 hours. So right now we at like 21 hours and 4 days. So people are watching the other videos. They don't even know we live on this video. Some people that do know we live on this video, the people that's really like studying, taking it serious, they don't want to watch this video before they watch the other video. So this, so people we missing some folks, right? Because they trying to catch up. But this what I'm saying, right? You want to bust your brain, sit down and think about vitamin D. The more you learn about light, the more you learn about how the universe was created, the more vitamin D gets trickier and trickier, right? Because you have to really think about this conversation that you're locked into. Oh my God. You have to really think about this conversation you locked into. This is really some wild form of quantum entanglement. This is why Einstein said it was spooky action at a distance, because it's crazy. When you start to really sit down and think, you'd be like, okay, hold on. So I'm locked into this information source some entity transmitting information to me, and that information allows me to stay updated, right? Like we just reducing the conversation to vitamin D. So your immune system, right, as per all science, whatever, like we don't think like we just like making up just science journals, whatever you got. Vitamin D is the newest whatever in the fight against cancer. Vitamin D regulates the immune system. Vitamin D, blah, 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 blah. In order to do all those things, vitamin D has to be providing some sort of up-to-date, current. It has to know what's happening, right? It has to be able to update our system in such a way that, because our environment and the challenges that we face every day change all the time, right? Our bones have different pressures on them. There's different bacteria, different viruses. There are new ones. There are old ones that have gotten more dangerous. Like there's always new new poisons in the food, and I'm always down to try out toxic material. Right? So yeah, there's new stuff going on all the time, right? So an electric field, magnetic field. So the difference between light has to be the electric field and the magnetic field, their speed of oscillation, right? So their speed of oscillation, the electric field and the magnetic field, determines the velocity of the light being produced, right? And so we know the faster the wave, the shorter the wave, right? So when you get to UV, those waves are moving really fast and they're really short. We know when you get like to radio, all the way on the other side, those waves are moving really slow, but they're really long, right? So you have the same relationship in terms of you double the frequency, you have an octave. If you cut it down, you increase the pitch, right? You cut it in half, you double the pitch, right? So as you shrink the wave, you get more speed, more intensity, right? Forgot what so the speed of the electric and the magnetic field is obviously or the speed of the oscillation is gonna determine the velocity of the light being produced. So now you have a very specific band, right? You have a very specific band. You have UVB, right? UVB specifically. So the oscillation of the electric field and the magnetic field has to be at an exact speed to produce this UVB, which then changes your cholesterol into boom, boom, boom. So where you would break your brain at is thinking about where that relationship, where did that relationship begin? If, for instance, an electric field and magnetic field, like we hear these definitions that are just disturbance in the medium. Okay, cool. The regulation of your blood pressure, your bone density, your immune system, your overall cardiovascular system and heart health, your kidneys and your liver, right? Because your kidneys and your liver is basically your electric and your magnetic, right? Your kidneys regulating calcium, your liver regulating iron, right? When did that relationship start? Right? That you locked into the sun this kind of way. That your sun is regulating on a day-to-day basis. Your star, your local star is regulating kidney, liver, bone, blood, heart. Kidney, liver, heart is crazy. Kidney, liver, heart is wild. All right. Back to the book. I'm not going to, yeah. You figure it out. Neither field travels forward by itself. Only when the two perpendicular oscillations remain phase locked does a third motion emerge, the diagonal propagation of the wave through space at the speed of light. That forward motion of the combined field is the phi. Light is therefore not a single moving thing. It is the diagonal consequence of two standing perpendicular field oscillations, right? And that makes it even crazier though, because light is all moving at the same speed. So what we're talking about then in terms of wavelength and speed is more like intensity. It's almost like emotion. Yeah, it's almost like passion, right? It's almost like passion. It gets weird if you think about it. Anyway, light is therefore not a single moving thing. It is the diagonal consequence of two standing perpendicular field oscillations. The entire universe of radiation, from radio waves to gamma rays, is built on this geometric resolution of perpendicular oscillation into forward motion. The heart's pressure wave geometry. Inside the heart and artery system, blood pressure does not move as a simple forward push. It moves as a pulse wave generated by the interaction of two perpendicular mechanical fields. Radial vessel wall expansion, which is the elastic stretching of the arteries outward, and the longitudinal blood column compression along the vessel's length. These two perpendicular tensions are the 3 and the 4. The actual traveling pulse that moves through the arteries, what we measure as the pressure wave, is the diagonal resolution of those two standing elastic fields into forward motion. That diagonal propagation is the 5. The heart does not merely push blood, it creates a rotating right angle coupled pressure system that resolves into a traveling wave through elastic geometry. Blood flow is therefore a wave phenomena governed by the same perpendicular to diagonal transformation as sound and light.
Rolling through the sand like a thought in disguise. The scarabs spins truth where the cosmos collide. Energy whispers, it never says goodbye. The Beatles crawl, the Beatles rise.
Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
Sort of burst the chaos, yet the chaos rise. My name Beatles, 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 over and over, spinning the world in the grip of their shoulders. Beatles, 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 under and over, rolling through time till the blackness is sober. The heat fades lower, the order begins. The stillness so perfect, it hums from within. The void sings softly, entropy takes a bow. In the shadow of silence, the scarab knows how. The second law is dancing, feeding life through decay. The third law holds the promise that the stillness will stay. Beatles, 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 under and over, rolling through time till the blackness is sober.
Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
All right, where we at? The heart does not merely push blood, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The absolute beginning, what a wave is before it is sound, light, or blood. A wave is not an object. It is not energy by itself. A wave is organized motion through a medium under a restoring force. Something is displaced from equilibrium, and the medium itself resists that displacement and pulls it back. That push and pull relationship repeats, and the oscillation propagates. This is universal. A guitar string oscillates because tension pulls it back. Air oscillates because pressure gradients pull it back. Electromagnetic fields oscillate because electric and magnetic fields regenerate one another. Blood oscillates because elastic vessel walls pull back against displacement. In every case, the same three ingredients exist: a medium that can be displaced, a restoring force, and a geometry that limits how the displacement can unfold. Without these three, no wave can exist anywhere in the universe. When a wave travels freely, it carries energy away from its source. But when a wave is trapped between boundaries, such as the fixed ends of a string, the walls of a pipe, or the elastic limits of an artery, it reflects back into itself. When the forward and reflected waves synchronize, they lock into a standing wave.
In the beginning was the wave was God, the wave was God, the wave was hard. Every step a symphony, timelines infinity, the wave erased injury, I'm the divine epiphany.
I love Dr. Enqi, Dr. Enqi. I love Dr. Enqi.
Yo. American Healer. Talk to him. Hey, and I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm ballin', not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Hormone jump, blood flow rush, brain work sharp, that steel cut hush. Muscle strength up, whole frame turn savage.
In the beginning was the way was God, the way was God, the way was hard. Every step a symphony, timelines infinity, the way we raise injury, I'm the divine epiphany.
I love Dr. Enqi. Dr. Enqi. I love Dr. Enqi.
Yeah. American Hill.
All right. The forward wave. I don't know where I was at. That's because, there we go. I think that's it. Yeah. When a wave travels freely, it carries energy away from its source. But when a wave is trapped between boundaries, such as the fixed ends of a string, the walls of a pipe, or the elastic limits of an artery, it reflects back into itself. When the forward and the reflected waves synchronize, they lock into a standing wave. A standing wave does not move through space. It oscillates in place with fixed nodes and antinodes. This is the physical birth of a note, a tone, a resonance, a stable vibration. The lowest possible standing wave that could fit between boundaries is called a fundamental mode. Now, this is just my, right? But for me, right, this is just for me, being what I know, knowing what I know, right? Being who I am and knowing what I know. That is the reason why on the dollar bill, it has two things which don't necessarily seem to go together, right? It has the "In God We Trust," and then it also has a legal note, right? A legal note, right? For me, what resolves a legal note, "In God We Trust," right? A legal note, which is a promissory note, right? "In God We Trust." The thing that resolves those to me is wave function. That might just be how my brain function though, right? So that could be neither here nor there. Okay. All right, back to the book. Yeah, that could just be me. All right, a standing wave does not move through space. It oscillates in place with fixed nodes and antinodes. This is the physical birth of a note, a tone, a resonance, a stable vibration. The lowest possible standing wave that can fit between boundaries is called the fundamental mode. This is the root of all music, but it is also the root of atomic orbitals, laser cavities, and biological rhythms. The frequency of this fundamental mode is controlled only by the length of the container, the tension or stiffness of the medium, and the mass density of what is oscillating. This is not musical preference, it is boundary physics, right? And that's why the other symbol That's why the other symbol for ray is so important, right? That's why that other symbol for ray is so important, right? Remember, we had two symbols for ray, and ray is the traveling wave, right? Ray is the traveling wave, right? When you read these stories, the theology, right? The mythos surrounding ray, ray is a traveling wave. That's why there is a tomb and then there is ray, right? Ray is always traveling, right? But that's why you had two symbols. Right? Both of these symbols mean ray. Right? Both of these symbols mean ray. It just so happens that both of these symbols are wave function. Right? Both of these symbols are wave function. This is the symbol of a bound wave system. This is the symbol of a bound wave system, right? You have waves bound here and here at the outer boundary, right? When waves travel, when traveling waves move through their boundaries, they reflect back on each other. When they reflect back on each other, they create standing waves, right? So resonant wave cavities are full of standing waves, right? That's why there's such a it's just crazy that the guy from 158th Street with the gold teeth discovered that. Okay. Why the octave exists everywhere in nature and not just in music. Once the fundamental standing wave exists, the system can support additional standing waves, but only those that close perfectly on the boundary. The next smallest standing wave that fits exactly between the same boundaries has half the wavelength and therefore double the frequency. This is the octave. The octave is not cultural, not invented, and not symbolic. It is the first mathematic consequence of closure in wave space because the geometric shape of the standing wave remains the same while its spatial density doubles. The ears hear the octave as the same note at a higher pitch. Physically, it is the same pattern compressed into half the space. This same octave law governs electromagnetic cavities, atomic orbitals, proton oscillations in membranes, and pressure waves in blood vessels. Anywhere a wave must reflect cleanly into itself, octave doubling appears. So now think about how that repeats itself, right? So electric field oscillation, magnetic field oscillation, right? Electric field oscillation, magnetic field oscillation, right? It's just brain activity, right? It's just rabbit hole for you to go down, right? Electric field oscillation, right? Magnetic field oscillation, right? Somehow determine the light, right? So at a very specific frequency, a very specific fixed frequency of the electric field and the magnetic field, we get UVB, right? That UVB then acts on our cholesterol, specifically to change one of the aromatic rings. Right? That starts a cascade of events that somehow regulate the blood vessel pressure, which is, again, a measure of the same 3, 4, 5 relationship. Right? Oh, shucks, hold up.
In the beginning was the way was God, the way was God, the way was hard. Every step a symphony, timelines infinity, the way we raise injury, I'm the divine epiphany.
I love Dr. Enqi. Dr. Enqi. I love Dr. Enqi.
Yo. American Healer. Talk to him. Hey, and I'm ballin', not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm ballin', not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm ballin', not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm ballin', not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Hormone jump, blood flow rush, brain work sharp, that steel cut hush. Muscle strength up, whole frame turn savage, sex magic in the cut, big fertility package. Heart disease back down, we block no plots, fibroid shrink, cancer rate drop, memory locked in cognition on 10, we healing in the world they play. Amen. Pure knowledge in the vein, it's a new aesthetic, flip food and medicine, bioenergetic. Plan genetics, said it 3 times, let it sit. Plan genetics, hit the source. That's the real weapon. Get the book in your cart, that's a mission. Amazon move quick, instant transmission. I'm a mason in the lab, blueprint in the kitchen. Anabolic hormone help stay up, stay driven. Get the D in your day, keep your bones all sturdy. Get the blue magic in your body, glow skin purdy. Eat American Healer menu, every bite, new sermon, fork to the face. That's
All right. So I'm just saying that's just an ironic, maybe not ironic. That's just one of those things that may be coincidence, right? That may just be coincidence. A lot of maybe coincidences, right? A lot of maybe coincidences. All right. Anyway, how the 8 notes. How do we get the Ogdode, right? AKA Augustus Caesar, right? Isn't that interesting? How they did that? Where did they get that from? Right? Where did they get that from? Where did they get that from? Think about that. Anybody think about that? Where did they get that from? Right? Where did they get that from? Where did they get that from? In order to live forever, your vibration, your frequency has to be projected out into the world, and then it has to reverberate. Where did they get that science from? Right? Your name and your image and likeness. Your name, your image and likeness. In order to live forever, your name, image, and likeness has to go on. So I'm going to put my name in the calendar. So as long as people use time, as long as people use this time system, I'm going to be alive because I'm going to live in their minds rent-free, right? As long as they remember July and August, I'm going to be here. As long as they discuss music in terms of octaves, the octave, I'm going to be here. Where did they learn that from? Okay. See, y'all be wanting to have them other conversations. Then when it's time to have them conversations, y'all be quiet. Okay. Like, Enqi, you Haitian. I know you know some. Let's talk about that juju. Well, the windows come and go. Once octave doubling exists, additional stable standing waves can exist inside the same boundary by subdividing the fundamental wavelength into fractional segments. The wave can split into thirds, quarters, fifths, and beyond, but not arbitrarily. Only those subdivisions that allow clean phase closure survive as stable resonant modes. Each subdivision introduces new modes and antinodes inside the same space. As these phase configurations accumulate, the system reaches a critical point where the full range of symmetrical phase relationships becomes available. That minimum complete phase occurs at 8. 8. The system now possesses mirror symmetry, inversion symmetry, counterphase motion, rotational equivalence, and harmonic closure, all within one bounded resonator. Anything beyond 8 simply repeats the same phase logic at higher density. That is why music universally organizes into scales built on octaves and phase complete subsets inside them. 8 notes are not arbitrary. They represent the smallest number of standing wave relationships needed to saturate phase space within a bound oscillating system. So, I guess it's just going to be coincidence, right? I guess it's just going to be coincidence. Right? It's just going to be coincidence that you got the Kamenu, aka the Ogdode, and then you have the Iunu, aka the Enid or the Ennead, right? Both built on that number, that 8 being 1 or 8 and 1, right? That's how they overlook Kemet, because Kemet put these things all in a divine space. So because they didn't denigrate it, they didn't make it a pastime, they didn't make it a hobby, the discussion of music was here. This is divine. This is a divine discussion. Why? Because we're discussing the nature of waves, right? The nature of waves, which is why, for me, it was always interesting that I felt like they mistranslated the word Jew. I felt like the word Jew was always a mistranslation, right? Jew. I thought Jew was always a mistranslation, right? Because Jew is supposed to be, or is translated as mountain. right? Mountain or mound, right? Now, in order for it to be a mountain, right? Mounds are temporary. So that kind of gets rid of mound. Mounds are temporary. Mounds don't last, right? But a mountain, a natural mountain looks like, you know what I'm saying? Like a mountain is like that, right? A mountain is like mad rigid, right? In Kemet, you have this thing. Right? In Kemet, you have that. For me, that instantly, I was like, no. We're not talking about a mountain. We're talking about a wave. We're talking about a wave. This is a sine wave, right? Because a sine wave is 360 degrees. A sine wave is 360 degrees. You have 180 degrees. Can you see that? Yeah. You have 180 degrees above and 180 degrees below. As above, so below. Right? Just saying. Anyway. Just crazy ideas that go through my mind, maybe just coincidental crazy stuff that I be thinking of. Anyway, so the 3-4-5 geometry, are we on the same page? All right. Now, the triangle appears not from simple theology, but from orthogonal confinement. Every standing wave exists because motion is being constrained along perpendicular directions. In a string, one dimension is fixed along the length of the string. Second is the sideways displacement of the meaning. Okay, so we start to repeat. All right. Okay, let me see. We do repeat, but I don't want to repeat. Okay, let's go there. All right, we're going to jump down to the unified wave law tying strings, air, light, and blood together. In all four cases, guitar strings, organ pipes, electromagnetic radiation, and arterial pulse waves, the same geometric law operates. Energy is first trapped as standing oscillation between perpendicular constraints. Those constraints may be mechanical, elastic, pressure-based, or field-based based on their geometry. It's always orthogonal. When energy exits confinement, it cannot escape along either trapped axis alone. It must escape along the resultant diagonal created by those axes. The diagonal motion is always governed by the same vector resolution law expressed as 3-4-5. This is not symbolic unity. It is literal geometric identity across media. Why music is the audible face of universal wave law. Music is not a special case of physics. It is the audible range of the same standing wave laws that govern atoms, stars, mitochondria, and hearts. In the electron transport chain of mitochondria, tunneling is not electrons disappearing and reappearing. It is electrons moving by resonance. The same way one tuning fork can make another identical tuning fork vibrate from across the room. The proteins in the electron transport chain are arranged with pigments, metal centers, and aromatic rings, placed at specific distances that match electron vibrational frequencies. When an electron vibrates in one complex, it sets up a standing wave pattern that can only be completed by a corresponding site in the next complex. The electron doesn't leap across space. The wave reorganizes, and the electron is simply found where the resonance pattern is strongest. It is not teleportation, it is harmonic transfer. What you hear as pitch is standing wave frequency. What you hear as harmony is phase alignment. What you hear as rhythm is periodic boundary loading. Okay, I see you. When you hear an octave, you are hearing spatial density doubling. When you hear a chord, you are hearing overlapping standing wave fields resolving into composite geometry. Your body recognizes music instantly because your heart, nerves, and cells are constructed out of the same wave mathematics that produce musical sound. That's what makes it even crazier that there are some people that do not get, they don't have the ability to feel music. They don't get goosebumps or chills. Music doesn't resonate in them the same way. I would wonder about their bones and nerves and just lots of other reasons that would happen. Anyway, the 3-4-5 triangle is not a mystical badge stamped onto reality. It is the simplest integer way to describe how two perpendicular standing constraints resolve into a traveling release.
In the beginning was the way was God, the way was God, the way was hard. Every step a symphony, timelines infinity, the way we raise injury, I'm the divine epiphany.
I love Dr. Enqi, Dr. Enqi. I love Dr. Enqi.
Yo. American Healer. Talk to him. Hey, and I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. And I'm about it, not for profit. I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Hormone jump, blood flow rush, brain work sharp, that steel cut hush. Muscle strength up, whole frame turn savage, sex magic in the cut, big fertility package. Heart disease back down, we block no plots, fibroid shrink, cancer rate drop, memory locked in cognition on 10, we healing in the world they play. Amen. Pure knowledge in the vein, this a new aesthetic, flip food and medicine, bioenergetic. Plan genetics, said it 3 times, let it sit. Plan genetics, hit the source. That's the real weapon. Get the book in your cart, that's a mission. Amazon move quick, instant transmission. I'm a mason in the lab, blueprint in the kitchen. Anabolic hormone help stay up, stay driven. Get the D in your day, keep your bones all sturdy. Get the blue magic in your body, glow skin purdy. Eat American Healer menu, every bite new sermon. Forward to the face, that's a lifestyle learning. Anabolic, not for profit, I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Anabolic, not for profit, I'm a prophet, you know he got it. Soil to the cell, transformation from the plate to the brain, recalibration from the word to the world, revelation, playing cold in a blood, whole nation.
Share the video, hit the like, subscribe, Cash App, Super Chat, AmericanHealer.website, Amazon. Go to American Healer.
Rolling through the sand like a thought in disguise. The scarab spins truth where the cosmos collide. Energy whispers, it never says goodbye. The Beatles crawl, the Beatles rise.
Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
Sort of burst the chaos, yet the chaos rise. My name Beatles, 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 over and over, spinning the world in the grip of their shoulders. Beatles, 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 under and over, rolling through time till the blackness is sober. The heat fades lower, the order begins. A stillness so perfect it hums from within. The void sings softly, entropy takes a bow. In the shadow of silence, the scarab knows how. The second law is dancing, feeding life through decay. The third law holds the promise that the stillness will stay. Beatles, 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 under and over, rolling through time till the blackness is sober.
Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.